Today we are doing a new Stardew stream just because we are officially in between games. We have completed all of the stuff on V Rising which we were attempting to do, and mostly because, well, there's not much else that I really can stream right this second that I haven't already tried to look into a little bit. So right now it's basically just waiting and taking my time to view a game of sorts that is going to be good for stream and keeping up on it. We are doing one of the new farms on Stardew. I am quickly trying to adjust the audio so I can kind of hear myself over it a little. Just a tiny bit. Alright, there. It wouldn't let me change it from the other in-game settings. It wouldn't have made much of a difference. So right now, we just decided that since we're not doing anything, and we need a breakaway stream kind of deal, I can always go back and do a full update with the V Rising in the background to show you how everything went. We just started to have a game where Game and I were taking up the challenge of finishing V Rising, which, if you're interested, feel free to leave that in the comments. But otherwise, it's pretty much a done deal stream. We've killed Dracula, we've killed all the characters on the map and everything, so we've built our castles. We've practically done everything, and I took the time to start up a new stream, which we were doing, and we basically finished that more than halfway, like 2/3 the way. I'm just missing with my character in the second run of it with the game two of the forms that are left. My whole wheel is practically almost full with all the abilities and things. And I just thought, well, I don't really need to show everything on stream, but I would just do maybe an update at the end. And then I was like, well, you know what? No one was really interested in watching it right at the time, so, I mean, I'll just leave it as a cutoff segment. If y'all would like, you feel free to subscribe, comment that you want to see more V Rising, go right ahead. I will look at the comments when I get them. But as of yet, I haven't really gotten any sort of comments saying what y'all would like. I usually just look at the view count at the end of every couple of months, like 2 to 3, and the most that I've seen really anything on have been Minecraft, Stardew, and a couple of other smaller games that I've already run, like Crazy Crap Ton. So I just thought, you know what? I'll throw a Stardew mix in here for a little while. Because, you know what? Why not? I haven't run Stardew in a little bit. I've done a stream or two in between now and then for games when we have to do a cutaway segment like we're doing. So, yeah. Like I said, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking, what you want, and to see more of in stream. Down in the comments, it should be available to comment. Be polite, be kind, and, well, I hope you enjoy. So right now, I am currently doing the farm which has all animals basically in it. The bluegrass, as you can see. It would appear that there is 0 greenhouse. Oh, there's the greenhouse. I was like, I have not run this type of farm before, so this is going to be new to me a little bit. Just the same. Oh, we can destroy the fences. Interesting. Really care about that thing? I'm curious, what's the difference? Oh, it gives us some animals to start with. first bet is going to be to build a silo. We can continuously store and maintain our animals that we do have. Interesting. See how that goes. I still do intend to grow some crops. I don't know exactly. Like I said, it's the first time for me ever really running this type of farm. Chests. Don't know how all the creatures handle it in the dark, so right now I'm placing some of those down. We're out of energy. Mine, I will sell the mixed seed. No. Keep the mixed seeds. I will deal with them when I can. Not the wisest idea, but for now, walk back in here. The character before he passes himself out and all the issues. It would also be a good day to plant those seeds and maybe try to get some extra seeds. It's clearly telling us he's back from his fishing trip. Start small, work our way up. Wherever you are tuning in from, I hope you enjoy this Stardew stream. This isn't FYI, I haven't said that in a while either. We'll have to run around, you know, the villagers. Make sure that all we have time to wait and see. Forget what it is. I think it's clay, copper bar, and some other stuff. That stand, and it's kind of strange. Something tells me we will not be having Robin to do her job for a while. What a shame is that. Little. Ugh, ow. Stretch out my neck a little bit. Doesn't look like Haley's in here, so she might be hiding somewhere. He's hiding in there. Good. I think some of the time they go to the beach. Just gotta get it done so we can continue to buy more seeds. Skip this. I've met Willie. There. Just to make it an official add-on to the list. I have to meet the wizard right now. Of course, Willie would take up the only spot in my inventory for junk. that rod's not the greatest. So, he's already out running around. Alright, so we visited our chickens twice. I should chop down the tree here so it's out of the way. Something better than nothing. Coal, because we haven't had one on yet till now. 59 here. A little. One, sell one. One, sell one. For the meantime, anyway. It's a slow start, but we'll get there eventually. I mean, I could use the method to get more stuff fast. I'm just doing this as a time filler anyway, just because I've been meaning to stream something I haven't in a couple of days. And like I said, I haven't looked at any of the other games I plan on streaming yet. It's been kind of difficult with everything going on. I didn't think I'd be done with V Rising so soon. Some more individuals to talk to. Sebastian being one of them. Elliot. And who else? Yeah, Shane, Evelyn. Oh. Okay, I guess we didn't meet here yet, so. Well, we do have to deal with it. Alright, well, I suppose I may as well correct some of those. About time you're here. We don't need a coop because we have one. We could upgrade that eventually. And the shed silos are first thing. Copper, clay, and stone. 10, 4, and 150. Okay. You know what? I think I will use that glitch, which will require me using another controller. I just hope it works. Yeah, I'll do the other things later. Because if I use the glitch, all I have to wait. I think that means I have to get a, yeah, it does. Shit. Okay. Well, let's try it anyway. You never know. Quickly, this is my second account. Yeah, I have to put another character cabin. No big deal. We just run back over here. And we walk all the way back here again. It's a shame. Oh. Patience in my way. Used to have enough for that. Just quickly put one of these down somewhere. Watch, it should be all the way over here. That would really stink. Wait a minute. There's no shrine. I must be somewhere else. Okay. So I'm gonna put the first one. Well, there's the cave now, we know. Let's get the heck down there below our area. Put that one there. Now we can make our one character that's going to help us. I'm just labeling them with single letters. And simple things. It's easier that way. Character doesn't have to look the greatest, but it does kind of help too. Yes, if you couldn't tell, I'm using one hand for each. Look, there's someone here. Crazy today. Alright, so first things first. Put the first character in here, now grab the other. It's giving me trouble with the microphone. There it goes. Just a little duplication glitch for a few things. Make things quick and easy that way. By the time we actually get enough eggs to actually get ourselves going, it will be 2 seasons behind. Have to boost things up a bit. Scoop some of these items over and make the other character do that too, just for the safety sake of it all. Because we do need more hay, and I'm not just going to go buy it 1,000 times over. So I might as well minute that. to work the same way for everything now and then. Understandably strange nonetheless. Alright, that's good enough for now. And we just go like this. Make that leave the game. We will be doing that multiple times later on, but not right at the moment. Mostly because that controller is about done. Here's the charge. And we did basically all we really had to at the start of this. Just kind of put a bunch of those in there, sell the rest. Keep those, we need them. That you can go in there. I should have duplicated an egg or two. That's okay. Let's see, just a little bit of time. Let you get us a little bit further ahead. These. Spirits don't control how this ends. suppose. Toy for Pierre's to open anyway. Oh, we can't get that fish till later anyway. That's a night fish. That little bit will allow us to increase our storage. It will allow us to get more seeds. What else we really kind of need, at least for a little while anyway. Might as well do a little bit of fishing on this. One we catch is an instant. It's one we don't fail. So it's just trying to teach us how to fish to begin, so if fishing up something good, we really can't fail. Normally we would lose this fish by now. But because that was our first fish we get to catch, we get to have a failsafe. That's a good one to catch on the first. Is our inventory increase the first time? It might. Nope, not enough to get that. Yeah, we should get at least one of those first. That's a good go. Should be enough, at least to get us moving a little bit. We're further along than we were anticipating, and I was not anticipating having to do any of the minutes. But, and again, I don't normally run this kind of farm anyway. Water source somewhere. There's one. More of those. One more thing I have to do. Basically waiting for the mines to open up before we can really get anywhere. So we have to wait for the mines to open up in order to get any real amount of ores right now. That's good. Okay. Enough to build the upgrades that we are looking at. Nope. Yeah, we'll give him the normal name. Go, that should be the one saying the mines are open. It's usually the first one of those we receive, which is why it's easy to kind of just guess on what it is. So, I'm kind of doing it from a list of experiences. Prior games just say, oh hey, the first one's usually them telling you they've reopened the mine area. Usually. So who knows, it could be something random and stupid anyway. Yeah, I don't like dealing with them at all, if you couldn't tell. Practically the enemy of the entire game. I definitely should manip and duplicate those items now. And as the trader days, go down to get items from the traveling cart. Step number 1, traveling cart. Step 2, mines. Glad it's just these grass, basically. Usually, it's a nice change that it's just grass thing. That might be needed later. Can manip that for later. Actually, I could manip that and those. That's a hell of a way to start. I basically just said, well, here's half your game for you. I'm like, okay. Because I was going to try and hold on to some of that for our coop upgrade. But now we're below the threshold for that. So I'm going to have to manip stuff for that. Yes, we can't meet the wizard yet. I can't use the other manip to get into the secret woods just yet. I don't have a chair. Might as well meet you while we're here. Sooner like a third chicken anyway. 3 makes it easier to deal with. First generic name. One of those just for the sake of it. Make it look nice and presentable. Oh yeah, we haven't met Leah yet either. Right. That's definitely far easier than George's, which 2 days. I could actually get that done now, I'll be honest. That would require me going all the way back to the traveling cart. It's just my fault for not grabbing it when I was there. Totally see no more rock. Skip the cutscene. Got our weapon. I should be able to make it to the traveling cart again. That large milk saves us from having to get cows, but get around to those things later. Man, it looks like everyone's locked up in their houses. It must not like the fact of how fast I went through things so far. So it's taking time to try and re-up on everything. Potato will help us one way. It's like, what, 100? We're about to get 240 for it. Interesting. See, see if it forces them to move or not. Because they already should have moved from their positions that they're at, but what have you. Nope, they're not moving. So if they don't move by 3 like they're supposed to, it's pretty much they're stuck there. Usually all the NPCs start moving towards the pub by then. That's okay, that happens. So half of that I am going to have to use that trick on again and see. Actually, I should put that there. A little more. Rework that. Good. That's just telling us the same thing we already knew. We want to prepare and get this situated. I'll make the other character grab that, so this one just has to grab, or be the manip part of it. We want to duplicate things we know we're going to need a crap ton of. And put the things we know we don't need. Those that we need. Might need a few of those, you never know. We're definitely going to need a crap ton of these. Once we get an ancient seed, we'll need to duplicate them 1,000 times over, figuratively speaking. Though literally speaking might also happen. 150 of these should do. up again for the eggs, and so we have a surplus of them. Definitely need a bunch of these for all sorts of different things. This is just so we have the seeds now, because if we get the beet and we duplicate that a dozen times over, all we have to do when we get the mission for Mr. Q is put the beets in the fridge. I think it's 12, but it's easy just to get it all done and get extras. I don't know what just fell behind me. I think it was my phone, but I don't see it. No, it was my remote, my TV remote. Alright, so actually, you get to go and get the bed. You get to drop off everything in the box and possibly not make it. Mostly because I don't think that character... Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's right, this one's house. I have to kind of just do it this way this time. Thing was acting up, headset was acting up right there. Alright, so those have been planted. There's some extra stuff. Season. And what are these fall? Got 2 minutes of that. Didn't forget that. So for now, these in here. That plus you do have. There we go. We need wood, we need stone, we need our basic materials, which we can also nip. I'm just gonna do that for the first few things, catch us back up to where we need to be. Okay, so the rest of that going, clay. We need clay. Because some of the things we just did not only bolstered some of our later progress, but it also limited our, what you want to call it there, It limited our, what should I call it? Our current progress, our forward progress right now. It escalated our future progress, but it diminished our current progress. And in order to correct that, we need basically probably about 150 clay, 150 coal, crap ton of wood, crap ton of stone. The clay is a current help to us, but it will also do us a bit of a forward help for a little bit later on. But we need to be able to get a crap ton of it now in order to help ourselves. So I'm going to do 200 clay just to be on the safe side. This is just so when we do get some ores and things, if we can just start building furnaces, we'll have enough to like overhaul on it right away and get those materials like crazy. Because I think it's like 20 ores and 1 coal to get a furnace built or something like that. It's something foolish. So if we get like, say, 100 ores, it's only like 5 pieces of coal or something to make a furnace. And it only makes like 5 out of that. So I'm going to do about 225 roughly, maybe a little more. This is probably one of the longer ones, stone and wood. The only reason we're manipulating that is so I don't have to keep trying to overhaul on the limited trees we have. Because seeing how few trees this kind of farm actually gives us is kind of shocking. Which means I'd have to basically hunt down every tree in the game in order to actually, like, get even one upgrade. That just will not do. And buying it would waste our money that we do currently have. And we're just trying to do this so we can set up our forward motion again. And not just give ourselves a full stall. So I need probably about 1,000 wood right now to get us where we need to be. Which means this is going to take a little bit. Stone's even worse though. It's about the same amount we need, but it becomes monotonous after a little while. And when we get like 900 to 1,000 pieces of wood, we could probably just straight up go into the mines and go ham. But that's, neither here nor there yet. Technically. And I'd rather have to step foot in the mines knowing we got our first upgrade coming already. But, we'll see what happens. First foot in the mine has to be a prepared one, too. So, I intend to go into the mines, get a lot of ore as possible, as much ore as possible, within like the first 30 to 40 floors. And then make at least 5 furnaces. Make a crap ton of ingots. Fix up most of our stuff to the first tier, at least copper tier. Being the fact that it gave us chickens to start with. is not very helpful to us. It's not terribly against us either, but it's not terribly for us. Honestly, I would have expected a bunny rabbit. That'd probably be asking a little too much. Alright, so the next day it looks like we'll be going into the mine. Because we have to sit here and prepare our resources that we're going to use for a lot of things. Which means our first attempt in the mines is going to be, after we visit Robin, purchase our first few upgrades between the house, possibly, the coop, upgrade, because we can't get the silo until we have, there's our 1,000 wood, but we can't officially build a silo until we go into the mines, and we can't go into the mines until we at least upgrade something. And my first official idea of an upgrade was going to be the coop upgrade, but then realizing we can't really technically upgrade it until we go into the mines. Because, well, I mean, we can't upgrade the silo when we get our materials, but I mean, the silo helps us feed the chickens. The silo upgrade helps us produce more chickens. And it wouldn't really be, what you want to call it, proper to do one without the other. But I want to have the silo after I have the coop upgrade. The coop upgrade comes first, the house upgrade can come after that. So, this is just how it's going right now here in Stardew. I want at least 600 to 1,000 pieces of stone. That's all just for the upgrades. I don't know for sure. I have to turn around to find it. Nope. Oh, 500. So the bare minimum we need is at least 650, 700. But 1,000 is our target. The reason we want 1,000 is because, well, I think the first two major farm upgrades require about 750, and the extra few hundred will go towards building up the first few dozen stairwells we might need in the mines. Roughly. And I know it's 100 stone per one staircase. I at least need to get to floor 10 first time we go in. And I am not leaving that up to chance. Because I know for a fact that after all the manipulations, it's not going to try to be nice to us. It's going to constantly try to bombard us with stuff in the early stages. And we need to manipulate the health item duplication there for one of two reasons. We need those cookie duplication there because we need food stuff to get us going. And what better way to start? That's 1,000 stone. Quickly deposit those while we have the time. Put them back in. There it is. That's the one item we're going to continue to manipulate. We need like 100 of these. It's mainly just to get us from point A to B. Shouldn't take us too long to get that. There it is already. Do 150 just to be on the safe side. That controller will be fully charged in probably about an hour-ish. Good to know. That way, in case I need to manipulate more stuff later. Doubtful, but it could happen. Can't miss that first recipe. That's a stir fry. Alright, so another reason we make a second character is so I don't have to constantly keep filling up the same water container. And in case when we need one tool, we'll still have another tool to replace into the job while it's getting upgraded. Always a better way of going about it. Because it takes way too long for the tools to be upgraded when you give them to the plant with the materials. It just does. It takes way our materials now. Quickly grab those. Build our scarecrow. We have to build one because we're farming. There's the 100. Grab those. Oh yeah, we missed the... Damn it. Yeah. Few dozen of those away. Sell the rest then. Yeah, sell all those except for one. I might need a spare one of those, so keep one each for those. Alright, so this is gonna jet us up there a little bit. There. Now all I have to do is feed the chickens. And then go and get our first upgrade started. And chickens are taken care of. Ah, it's also the second traveling cart day. Fridays and Sundays. I forget when it became a double day, but I know it was like a long time ago. Here's our first book. Now, technically, this is when we should be going to the library meeting Gunther, but we'll get there. Eventually. My opinion, he can win. Alright, so it's 10k and 450 wood buildings. We'll deal with that another day. Oh, 10k for that. Okay. Well, that's a shame. And with all this, I'm not going into the mines just yet, so... Alright. Run to the traveling cart. Nope, Healy hasn't moved back out yet. Interesting. Very interesting. They're basically locked in place. Can't really interact with them because they haven't left their homes. And that's fine with me. Because at least then I don't have to really worry too much about them right now. I could fix the bridge with some of the materials we currently have, which would push both our forward and our future issues way faster. Battery pack, holy heck. Now that's something I was not anticipating to get so soon. You know what? I hate to throw away egg, but there are some things you just kinda need. Don't even think we're gonna need that, but we're taking it fucking anyway. Pardon my language. Yeah, most of that stuff wasn't expecting to get so quickly. But it's like, here you go, and I'm like, damn, okay, I'll take it. That's like unheard of. That's like almost less than a percentile of a chance to have first season. Especially in the first 2 trips of the traveling cart. That's basically stuff we need to manipulate already again. That's pretty much it right there. We only need one of those really. So right now I'm going to just hold on to it. I can I can manipulate all of them and duplicate them, but I'm just like, there's no point in doing that. Because practically, it's not doing us much good anyway. So that, we'll use it, depending. So like I said, I do intend to go into those mines. Something like that, but I guess not. Alright, so now that we're going into the mines, this is our first attempt. Sadly, we have to go into the mines first. Anyway, because we didn't have enough money for our upgrades. We have the materials, almost all of the materials anyway, and yet not enough gold to do that. Now, the important thing is we did just spend most of our money we did get for some extra stuff that we were not expecting to find. That's okay. Everything should even itself out at this point. There's the first one. Scour the entire floor for any ores, geodes, etc. So every step is a step closer to full completion at this point. Saving us a good 20 or so plus minutes. Okay. There's the first geode. Second geode. Man, if the spirits are so displeased, they're giving us everything we need now. I guess they're hoping to stop us. But, don't know. Interesting. Maybe we just hit the right timing on almost everything. We will need one of those, because I did not use the remixed bundles, I used the standardized. Which means as soon as we gain access to the, what you want to call it there, the community center, there's our first ore, which we need. We will have practically 2/3 of everything we need to complete those bundles already. Doing this for geodes and ores right now. We officially need probably about 150 of each type of geode. Cave carrot, that's a good extra to have. I think that's half the winter bundle there too. This is why we need all the food stuff to come with us. Our energy is gone. And we've only got the 4-3. Can't build any explosives yet, so probably will be able to, like after this mine trip or the next one. It'll be like a little cherry bomb first, I think. The reason we need about 150 of every geode is because technically that's what will complete the library, and it gives us the best opportunity to get a little bit of everything from each geode. Frost crystals have a greater chance of giving us a prismatic shard first off the get-go within the first 150, and the normal geodes have like probably about a fraction of that, like not even 0.1% chance. and everything else that each geode type gives us is a little different. The higher level geodes give us higher level items. The lower level geodes give us a few things, but not everything. Technically, if you want to be technical, the best odds are 150 in each one. Don't need per se 150 of each, but it's like 150, then it's another 150 for at least lava crystals, lava geodes. Maybe. Probably about 75 ice geodes or frozen geodes. 150 regular geodes, if you want to be technical, for the minimum completion rating, as far as I've ever seen in most of my runs. I've seen it where I've completed the library in like 500 geodes, and that's across the board, 100 of each. And it's being generous. I don't think I'm gonna hit floor 10 right now. No, I just hit floor 5 though. I suppose I could kill all of these slimes. So I can't technically get into the thing until I've killed a bunch of slimes once I have the mission, but that's only if I get the mission. We're at 5. Okay. Okay, 4, 5. On stones. And that gives us an extra floor. I can kind of start just skipping a few bits of stones here and there. Okay, to 9. Oh, that's just too much of a temptation. We actually might get a scroll from this little spot here. So, the first Dwarven Scroll, which is one of the many things we are trying to find along the way, is actually possibly hidden amongst all of these little dirt piles in the cave. You could possibly dig it out of. If we get one of those, like right here, it would be unheard of, but it would be doable. I've seen it done. I've done it a couple of times myself. Nope. That's okay, though. I was not expecting to get it. I just know it's a possibility. So, we have to get at least another dozen floors, almost, well, half a dozen. In less than a few minutes. 7. I'm trying just to get to 10. I don't think... If I can't get to 9 before it strikes 1, I don't think we're managing it. We have to... Less than a couple of minutes left. If I can get 200 stones, I could easily make it, but that's being like extremely lucky and time consuming. And we made it to 9, so technically I could quickly make another 2. I was not expecting it to actually go so easily. now 1, so we have 50 minutes to either find 40 minutes in the next set of stairs or to build one. I'm going to build one because I am going to... Shit, I forgot. I can't build them. I don't have it yet. It's okay, so we're just taking this with a grain of salt then. For some reason I thought I was further along in the cave than I was. That's okay. Tends to happen. There it is. Perfect. And we just got to 10. I'm good with that. There's our first explosive. Now we definitely have enough for our first couple of upgrades. Somewhat annoyed with us. Well, certainly didn't seem that way a second ago. Skip, thank you for the blueprint. Now we can... this one we have to sit through a second or two. We are doing baths because baths will bring us a lot more stuff than the 2 types of mushrooms we could use. Practically everything else to maintain the season, because now that we've actually got where we're at, we have to build our furnaces, start making ingots, attempt to build the silo eventually. That's going to be the next major focus. And basically it's look after our chickens and our critters. It's all basically priorities. Farming's not ideal, but it's still doable. So, to our materials. Need that right now. Those can all get stuffed in there. Don't really need that stuff right now. We need our basic materials. And that's just to get us further ahead. Oh, it's stone. Okay, that kind of eats up a little bit of our extra stuff. We're out of ores. So that's at least 1. Starting stone, stepping stone. Put 2 more chests down. We are running out of space with just the 1. Yeah, it doesn't count as having killed the other slimes at this point. They'll be fine for now. We'll just have to swing by before the day's over and put more hay in. And we can only upgrade one thing at a time. Our first thing is going to be... what? should do either the coop or the house, because that's what we can do right now. Ooh. Oh, ow, my foot. Okay, so 10,400 and 150. Can't do the silo yet. Could make a barn, but that'll give us production size. House first, then the coop, then we'll worry about everything else. 10,000 is gonna go into a new bag upgrade, so we can not have to worry about things for a while. We still haven't gained access to the community center yet. No. We'll sell him the eggs we have as well. That way we can officially just get our bag and have 10k left over. Perfect. Yeah, because we could sit there and buy it from them, but it's just not worth the money or the effort to do that. Especially because we already got the flip pin in the first, like, run of the thing, which I was intending on doing, but didn't really think we would get to. Thought it would have taken a lot longer. Those are the top two characters. I tend to have the character marry in the long run, usually. My top two, anyway. Abigail and Haley are usually the two. All the other ones just aren't that interesting. That's the usual greeting for the cat. Right there. So the house is getting upgraded first. Taking probably like 10 of these with me. Okay, one less than that. This way, when we actually... I think that's the shrine right up there. But I have to double check that later because I just noticed it. So, our next step is to get from, well, floor 10 to probably about 15 or 20. Because we can't upgrade our coop again yet. The house provides a kitchen with the first upgrade, and then it'll allow us to make food items and things and make it easier for us. boots. There. Now we have a little more, I guess you could say, pep in the character stuff. Just a little. If you must. I really dislike those things. Because every hole that they dig is one more you can't dig back up. Much, just so you know. You can't excavate it, so every hole that they make in the spots is one less chance you have to find anything. And these are places you really ought not to lose your chances on. Just like I said, you could dig up a scroll, tons of carrots like we are. And in a pinch, those carrots can be really helpful. Best thing would be if we found a scroll. And the first scroll is usually the first 10 to 15 floors. Second scroll is usually between floors 20 and 30. And I think the last two are usually like right next to one another. Last two. I don't normally have that much health, I was about to say. Kingdom mark right there. Trying to keep me from getting a soul. They're just trying to annoy me. They know they have it hiding in the store. And they are desperately trying to keep me from finding it. Bastard. Now they're doing it on purpose. It's okay, we can always get another one another time later. So this time we're just trying to get at least another 2 to 3 floors from here. Floor 15. That's really all we're looking for. don't ask me why there's 2 ladders there. I could not answer that if I wanted to. This is really the best spot for one of those scrolls hiding, usually. The floor like this. See? I didn't even have to dig for it this time. Oh, that's an interesting development. I've usually only gotten them a lot later than this. But I will take it. It does take a lot of materials to drop those, make those. They are really trying to kill us right now. And although it's proving rather difficult for them, we're still fighting forward. Very interesting. Alright, minecarts don't work either. Safety, so if we need to, we have to fight when we get back to our, what you want to call it, our farm. Because certain types of the farms will have monsters spawn on it naturally at night, and I'm just like, I don't know, because I've never run this farm again. Like I said earlier, I'm just saying it again. I don't know if I have to fight anything on this. Doesn't look like it, so that's a good thing. But it's always good to be prepared. You never know until you find out. Things, sell things, clay, a few extra pieces of wood. Combat level 1. Can now you make bug meat steaks. Excuse me. Officially until basically fall or summer, we're practically set. Now I had to plant anything further. We've already planted everything we need. We got everything we need. And we're just basically looking at it now. So I'm going to duplicate those. I'm going to put those away, that away. Alright, let's duplicate that. Might as well. Just to get it done and over with. Might as well duplicate our ores, quartz, and our hardwood so we have that done. Position ourselves, so... Yeah, basically that's the early game right now. Pretty much, that's it. Go get a little bit, duplicate if we get the good stuff, run back, rinse, repeat kind of deal. Because everything... Do I think this type of farm playthrough is doable? Not likely. Do I think it's possible? Yeah, for sure. I don't know what the cat was just doing there. That was a weird one. We're gonna need probably about a couple hundred of these. One, maybe 150. I'm gonna get maybe like 150 of the other stuff as well. Pretty much. And that's basically gonna set the game up so we don't have to worry about a thing for a while. Because we need about 10 for Willy at the end of the game. We need about another 1, maybe 2 for a couple of missions, and then we need Thing. No, I don't think we need any others than that, except to build some stuff on the farm, really. And we can sell them every so often if we wanted to, but I really don't. I just usually use what I need and then leave them in the chest and what have you. Everything else is kind of come and go. Just a shadow cross over my wall in the background, and it's kind of weird because there's no one who should be hitting the shadow across the wall. Snow's too high, A. B. It's not even close to a road where people walk by. Geodes. Probably gonna need closer to 200 ore. 100 for making things, or no, 80 for making those furnaces, and the rest for just materials, really. Alright, sorry about that. It tends to happen to have a sensitive button spot for that right there. 40, 60, 70, 90, 100. much as we can. 50 to 75 of these should be enough. Sell, one for ourselves, one for the librarian, possibly a few for other missions. What should do? Probably about 100 of these will do. And we need like 250 hardwood. And we'll get maybe half a dozen lobster. Maybe 2 dozen lobster. Who knows? We only need 1 each of the scrolls, so get these solved rather quickly. Need that many of these, but good to have it. 60 ought to do. I should probably do more like 300 because these are a pain in the rear to get in a farm like this because there's little to no trees. I'm gonna need a little bit more actually. Thinking about it, I'm also thinking of the long term as well because there's 250 I think we need, maybe 300 for the upgrade for the house, another 100 for some barrels if we want it later, and then there's a couple of things we built with hardwood in between here and there. I think it'd be easier to say 750. That when we get there. I do the manip now, so I don't have to later. It'll be easier, so it saves me from having to come back again. The only thing I'd probably have to manipulate later at this point would be the golden pumpkin and the prismatic shards. Prismatic shard for the multiple places we have to put them, and because we'll need them in the mountain, the volcano when we get there, to get our galaxy sword, in order to unlock galaxy weapons. Really, I think that's about it. Oh, wait. Maybe the treasure trove things too, the little artifact crates when we get them. That's really it, but that stuff has to go in the fall time practically, most of it. Bare minimum, I'm gonna get 750 hardwood right now. That'll be that. I think we're almost there. I can't really see the number, it's kind of small on my screen. I'll do an extra 50 just to be on the safe side. Alright, so with all that done now, it should be the last time I need to use that glitch for a while. Allowing me to just get straight back into the other part of it, making progress with everything now. Okay, so with that, feed the chickens on that. You're not quite there yet. So start storing stuff for now. You can worry about the other stuff later. Also trying to do the sell 50 of everything situation too. This is an FYI. And I've been just doing that without even thinking about it. Like I said, I'm not even worried about the, what you want to call it just yet. Find those, will give us the opportunity to worry about stuff later. The only thing I'm going to worry about later right now is just basically selling the basic stuff at the end of the game. Because right now we need the basic stuff. Keep those, worry about them later. One of each of those is coming with us. Keep a bunch of those so we can just have the blacksmith crack them one at a time. Done upgrading our house. Donate that. Take those. Can't grow the rare seeds yet. No, they're angry. Yes. I'll work on getting home. Whatever later. To make the silo before I can actually make the silo. 2, 3, 4. There's all the furnaces we're probably ever gonna need. If that. If not, we can always make more at a way later time. they run off toward the one individual now. Pierre's is closed, so we can't do anything about that. The bus does not run. Secret. Oh, here we go. Skip. Yes, we have to investigate the community center, which we might as well do on our way. We visit the community center, we get the little golden thingamajiggle. The wizard wants to see us after that. And then we can deal with Clint and the other individual. So just donate the items, go to Clint, go back to the museum, donate more. Excuse me, because it's like 25 items before we get the sewer key to get to Krobus, so the sooner we get that part done, the better. Because Krobus is going to be a hell of a help for us. Just donate a regular geode for whatever reason. You used to have that ability, but now there's so many other items they added. It would be surprising if we got a prismatic shard right off the get-go. Technically, one of every item that's not a base material, we can donate. We only ever get to donate one of every item, though, roughly. That's not a standard item. For example, we can't donate rocks, we cannot donate the coal or the ore, which is obvious, kind of just, you know, reiterating that. Everything else we've been getting, we can donate one of each. If it's not a base material, we can donate it. Unless we've already donated it more than... Though we have less than a 1% chance to get a prismatic shard from these, I wouldn't be surprised at this rate if we did, because lately the luck's been extremely good on that. But we have a far better chance of getting a prismatic shard out of the later quality geodes, especially the flame or lava geodes. And the Omni Geodes, or especially because I think the Omni Geode gets like actually like a 1.25% chance to get a prismatic shard out of 150, which is far better than a 0.1 or 0.01% chance, which is kind of what we're dealing with right now. Because we can get a prismatic shard supposedly out of any geode at any time. Supposedly. And though I've seen it come out of one in every type of geode at some point or another throughout my playthroughs, and I've played through this game more times than I know what to do with. Still not as many as Skyrim, though. That's a bit more uncommon. Those last two were kind of really uncommon. Normally don't find those in these. You get those usually from the other frost geodes. Not as uncommon, but still kind of interesting to see. Seen those 100 times. Almost there. 22 more. Basically, after the first 150, everything else boosts itself. That's why you keep seeing more of the later tier stuff now, because as it goes through, every time we get a geode after this, any kind of geode, the chances of getting the better stuff is up by, like, forget, 0.5% or something for each thing. I haven't seen a fire quartz yet. Those are usually like right at the end of all the normal geode areas. You should be able to get one from these, but you've seen all that we can get so far. That was 159 geodes to be exact. typically will randomly place it where it needs to go. Usually. Definitely want those. These, we'll take them. We don't really need them, per se. Now that we have those additional seeds and things, we got our start for the next season. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they can both be grown in summer. Yes, they are both grown in summer. Starfruit, we grow the few that we have, and then we manipulate, duplicate them. I did forget about those. And like I said, the melons, that's about it. Really, that's about it. I am not exactly sure why my TV is bringing up a crappy advertisement logo in the bottom corner. It's kind of weird. It has never done that before. The remote wasn't even touched, so I'm not exactly sure why it was bringing Frevo up. Ignore that. That is a very strange thing. I've never seen that happen before. Yeah, it's not that much. You can give the dwarven helmets to the dwarf when you finally unlock him from the mines. Those are a good gift idea for him. So, just as a FYI. 'll get to the next season to do that. Mainly just for the sake of doing it. Don't know why it's not placing it down. There it goes. 5 ores per every time we load those up. I will not make it back to plate by the time he closes. I should be able to, but it's just not worth the run. Okay, farming level 2, and we got a mayonnaise machine. Perfect. It's a step in the right direction. That's the first upgrade for the house. In good humor today. Oh, the wizard. Robin's axe. Well, it's a good thing we're going in that direction anyway. My favorite axe is lost in the forest, just around the corner from the wizard's house. One in there. Although now I can go and grab my materials, go up to build, get Robin to build a silo, and then there it's basically just upgrading the coop. It's back to the house upgrades, and then it's whatever's after that. Practically. I might actually do another small broadcast stream in a little bit, but I'm thinking once I'm done talking to the wizard and all that, I think I will pause and stream later. Probably about, I want to say half hour, 45 minutes after the time I get off, depending. Mostly just to get myself a drink, some, basic personal needs here and there, kind of deal. Use the bathroom, etc., etc. So, the house, 100 hardwood, oh, that's even, we have enough money too already. That's just for later. But now we want the silo to be built. And we can do the coop upgrade and what have you after that. Okay, I don't really think it matters where it's placed, so long as it's within a particular area. Why there? Convenient. That, this, one of those, we'll eventually get that and we'll have to do that again, but that's pretty much all we'll need from here for a while. The reason we got those, the telephone allows us to check out any vendor. TV makes it easier for us to know what's going on with everything in the TV, like the fortune teller and everything anyway, so. Chickens will be happy for a little while. This will be in preparations for later. We need one of these just for the meantime to prepare us for when we start to get the wine stuff rolling. Allows us to check at any of the major stores we've been to, Pierre's, Clint's, etc., without even having to move from here. Throw that in one of these boxes, just as a caution. Oh, those are spring plants. Okay. We don't really need to grow them. Well, we're growing them anyway. Especially if it's not going to take us very long to do so. Alright, so those, and these can all go in here. Keep that. We're going to go make our first selection on an upgrade of tools. And I think it's 500 wood for the bridge. Not what I was trying to do. Piece of crabs. Demetrius, quit playing with your crabs. We know you put them there in the first place. Stop playing with your crabs. Our first upgrade should be the watering can, but I'm doing pickaxe because I need that far faster than I'll need the watering can, especially because farming is not the greatest. Now, gather this stuff up. Never know, there could be some good stuff around. $300. Cheaper than I expected. Now we have access to more of the other stuff we'll need later. For example, this is where you will find, if you haven't played or heard about Stardew, this, during the rainy days, is where the mermaid pendant seller usually appears. This is also where we get access to a dozen other fish that on the other side we wouldn't have access to. Which, in most cases, we have to do anyway, because some of the bundles require us to go and fish up creatures from the deep. We also have the chance of getting a prismatic shard from the sea. There's also one from the land, which is in the geodes. And I forget what other ones. Skip that cutscene. That just tells us there's something in the sewers. I still have yet to meet Leah for whatever reason. Grab this, run down here, grab the lost axe in a minute, get all those spring onions, which I practically forgot about. Very first time you come down here, you find a whole crap load if you're like in the first few weeks. But because we're like middle to the end of the season. We only get a few. That's the lost things we just found. This is when we complete the game and we get all of our stats up to 10, where we access that room and get the prestige stuff, as it's called. Special abilities and buildable objects. Now we're off to see the wizard. Every time I say that, I want to say the wonderful Wizard of Oz, but it's not. It's the Wizard of Stardew. That's what you get for growing up on classic movies, though. I will let this cutscene play out a little. Just till the dancing forest trees. Junimos, which we'll be seeing far more often. This just saves me from having to explain a lot of things. I don't know why he wants to speak to the Junimos anyway, but... Two, one, skip. That's where the dancing trees come in. Oh wait, gotta make an official meeting. I still don't think we've met even here, technically speaking. I have to double check that though. Nope. So it's a good thing we went back and met the wizard. And you have to personally go and meet each individual character. Used to be you'd go through the cutscene and you'd meet them, but unfortunately, it's not that way anymore. Curious. Shane is not back. Okay. They haven't come here yet. So they ought to. Stardews in the next day. Don't think we can go in pairs now because it's... Oh, we can. The cheapskate beer, but he's better than the Morris on the other side of things. The cursed Jojo Mart douche. Which now knocks it down to, I think, just Leah and I forget who else. Let me see. Leah, Shane, Elliot, and Evelyn, the old lady. There's an interesting venture. Let's see what the seller or the traveling cart has today. The Egg Festival. It's always good to do those the first year because it's just easier that way. Especially when things change every other year, pretty much. After the first two, it's not the same way twice. Yeah, I forgot now we actually get to know what we need. Well, those... See, I knew the cave carrot was coming. Bundles. Oh, that's only one out of them. Okay. Definitely need one of those. Definitely need the wood. We'll need these later, but for now, I don't know exactly when. Just taking what I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to grab. One likely gonna need those, at least one of them, possibly that. All of those. Just take it anyway. Okay, we got a few spaces left to see what the merchant has to offer today. Okay, so once the silo's built... Oops, I should be actually dealing with chickens too, I think. Don't need that, don't need those. We might actually need those. Do need a coconut. Couldn't hurt to get one of each of those, you never know. Because even with the normal standardized bundles, it can throw a curveball every other time too. because there's been a couple of times I left it as standard, and a few of the bundles have been swapped out for different ones, and I was like, well, that's new. And then there's been a few times where I've done the remix bundle and it hasn't changed anything. Except for maybe like 1 or 2 fish or things in between. It's really dumb the first few times. So yeah, not really sure exactly what you'll need just yet. First one. Might as well wait till I've done all the bundles that I can. Two. There's those. Can't do anything about those just yet. 1, 2, 3, 'The one on the far there, the last one that showed up out of those 3, is one of the ones we really want to kind of hit first off early in the beginning. Because that one will give us the mine carts when it's fully finished. Go. It's one off that list. It'll take us long to get the other things. Yeah, I knew that was coming. It wouldn't be so easy. It looks pretty standard this time around, which is a good thing. The eel, the walleye, the sturgeon are going to be the ones that really kind of get to us. Everything else we have the potential to pick up along the way. Far faster than everything else will be. Everything else will be 10 times faster. Actually kind of hoping for one of each of those to be in our inventory right about now, because frozen tier we could have also got from our geode, and the fire quartz we could have gotten from the geodes we had earlier, but we didn't. Slime's a tricky one to do. Bat's wings is easier, and so are these to get than the slime is. Slime's like the worst one to try and do. Everything else we'll probably need in some kind of quantity for the time being, though. We're good in here. Now we go see what the bookseller has. I don't think our thing is going to be ready. It'll probably be ready the day after the Egg Festival. Scallop, Woodcutters Weekly. Those we don't really need. We need that one right now. Could use now. These are the ones we need. Can now see the value of our items, and we run a little bit faster. Pickaxe is ready for this just yet. Alright, well for now everything else can go in our chests when we get back there. We should also try to grab one of our fish for later, but without that later. Okay, I haven't really been able to. Okay, so we wait and see if she leaves her room by noon. Those are liked. If she likes quartz or not. This shouldn't be that terrible, but you never know. So she'll leave first. Actually, I can wait for Summer to get another one of those anyway, so I might give her Heidi if she comes at her Heidi hole right here. She's supposed to have left by now. Partially worked. So there's still some progress it's behind on. Good to know. Alright. can't use. Keep some of those. Actually, I put that in my chest for now because I might need that later. Keep those because we haven't gotten the mission for George just yet. Sell those to make some of our profit. There we go. It's 50 of those. That should about even out with the rocks we threw in earlier. Stow away the stuff we haven't used just yet. And the next day we are going to acquire our next upgrade. Because she should be finished with a silo by now. Oh wait. Double check that. Double check. Can't see it from here. Okay. No, not quite yet then, huh? Yeah, she hasn't finished building the silo yet. Right. That sucks. Interesting. Do I usually play Stardew? Once every so often. This is like my, what, 12th time doing a full start to end. This is my first time running this particular type of farm where it just gives you the coop to start with. But I usually do like the monster field farm there that you have to fight on the usual farm or what have you. Answer your question. Seeds for next year. For the house upgrade, 500 for the bridge. So we should have still had some after that, which was more than what we got. But that's okay. Always buy more of that. That's not such a total issue to buy any of the materials. Things don't go crazy on us. those easier today. Right. That's not good. So I believe it's like 400 wood for our next upgrade choice. I think. No. Right, forgot about that. They don't open on festival days. 50 should be enough. I'm going to plant them. This will make it easy on me. Finish our introductions. Who else are we missing? One more person. I forget who it was. Got Shane, we found everybody else. That should be it. We've met the wizard. Ah, yes, right. This is just to get it done and quickly over with. This won't take too long. There are multiple ways you can get this done. One gets you only like a handful. Another one kind of works its way the whole way around. There's a trick to this. One, can't sneak behind there for the two unless you go the other way around. And it would just take way too long to go all the way up there and go around. It takes more time to do that than simply go around like this. 8 should be enough. 9 would have been better. Nope, 9 would have been better. Eight, we tied with her, but the sad thing is it doesn't count us as having a tie. Every year after this point, 8 is plenty. So, that's why I was like, well, 8 should be enough. But it wasn't. Alright. Everything we couldn't do today, we'll do the following day. That should be the silo being done on top of everything else. Yes, the silo was built. Now we should have almost everything we need. There's our silo right over there. Don't ask me why I built it over there, it's just out of the way. Sucks, but for now, that's where it's gotta be. Till I clear a spot over here for it. Okay, stuck right where it is. Technically, I don't really need to move it, but as long as I keep it filled, anyway. Should be about maximum quantity right there. That should be 240 pieces of hay in the silo now. Which for the 3 of them right now is plenty, and I shouldn't have to think about it again for a while. Now all I have to do is every day go in there and replenish it until I get the thing upgraded. Use a traveling cart today, so I have to go and check that again. Traveling cart. And then it's off to bother the Robin again. See the blacksmith. Probably not in that order, but close enough. After that, I think it'll be time to take a breather, get a stretch, get a drink, and so on. And then be back for another stream not too long after. Oh, we walked 10,000 steps. So that helps a little. Give me that for later. Definitely need that. Duplicate that. Don't need anything else. We're definitely taking the dining chair. Because now with that chair I can do a trick until my axe is ready and upgraded. I do believe that counts with this. It does. Good to know. thank you very much for increasing our odds of getting more hardwood. Though that was never a guarantee. Bless me. Nothing in here. Enterkin also helps us get out. I'll buy the trade cart. So that hazelnut will come in handy when we go back to do the manip. Now that we have at least one of the hardwood seeds there, though it would take forever and a day to grow the trees, we could effectively manip and duplicate the seeds in order to get more to do a hardwood farm if we wanted, but right now that is just not in our cards. So for now we're just putting it away in here. These items we will need later, not right at the moment. We are not going to the stuff in the town just yet. We will later. That's for something else. We need that later. Now all we are taking with us is stuff to go mining, A, B, everything else can technically stay here. We can buy the wood from Robin when we get there. Take that just as extra, because it's on the lane. Slowly we are catching ourselves up. Okay. 400 wood. This might take a minute. 400, 450, because we need extra wood for more storage space and other things. Build. There's that. Alright, we can't go in. I could if I wanted to run all the way back to the... But that's just pointless to do right now. Should have grabbed it before I came out this way, but I didn't think of that. And now that it's after 4, he's not open. So that's fine. In truth, this actually might be a good spot to take a break anyway. Get back to the farm. I think we will do just that. We will take a breather and 2 hours worth of time. Get you all in. I'm just going to quickly do some last minute adjustments before signing. Bye. See you in just a short while.